In this video, I'm going to show you step-by-step instructions on how to replace the front display on the Samsung A137 or the Samsung A13. To start off the repair, I'm going to remove the SIM tray. And with that removed, it's going to provide us a nice opening. We're going to use a guitar pick like this one, and that'll be a weak spot for us to get that in, just a few millimeters, and then we're going to run that down to separate this back cover from the frame of the phone. It's a bit tricky on the corners, so just be careful, and then continue running your way around, separating that screen from that back cover. It's a bit awkward here. The power button has a fingerprint sensor on it, so just be careful when you're cutting through there because you don't want to damage that. And then finally we've got this top corner to get around, and it will separate that back cover from the phone. And then once you've got to this stage, this is loose and free, but there is a cable just here, look, so you need to be careful and only open it up from left to right. So sorry, from right to left, should I say, like that. Is that from right to left? Like opening the front cover of a book. Now that we're into the phone, I'm just gonna wipe some of this. I don't know what it is. I'm guessing this is in for liquid damage, is it? Because I don't want to get grubby mitts from all that gunk and stuff what's been left behind. So there is 2 crosshead screws that we need to get out of the way first. Just there and there. When they don't come out, you can use tweezers. And then what I'm doing, I'm just chucking those screws into this bit of plastic here to keep them organized. They're all the same size throughout the job. So we need to take this camera lens off, which is held down just here. That flicked off into the abyss. So just be careful when you pop that off because it's a bit spring loaded. So don't lose it. And then we've got 6 more crosshead screws that we need to remove, holding down the shield up at the top of the phone. I normally use an electric screwdriver for this, but I've lost the crosshead bit. So we're just gonna have to do it the old-fashioned way with a bit of manual labor. And I've earned my wages today, I suppose. Always with Samsungs, the screws will stay behind and never come out with the magnet. But once you've got those 6 out, well, take a plastic prying tool and get that out of the way. Right, but now we've got those 6 screws out. We've took that cable away. If you tilt the phone up a little bit like that, then there is a small area just here that you can pry on to get this guy out. And then you can just pop it off, remove it like that. Next, it's important to disconnect the battery, so just use a plastic tool and go ahead to get it out of the way. Now you've got the display and subboard connector to remove, and I'm going to leave these coaxial cables all connected, and I'll explain why we do that in a little minute. There's 1 crosshead screw just up the top here. Get that out of the way, and then that should allow this board to be removed now just by prying just there. So this is free. Remember, leave these connected. We'll remove those all as one in a minute because they can be awkward to reseat into those connectors there. There are 8 more crosshead screws further down the phone. Go ahead and remove all 8 of those. And then underneath this bit is the loudspeaker, charging port, and the connector for the display. If you like repair content just like this, make sure that you subscribe to the channel. I post repair videos like this every single week, as well as sometimes entertaining shorts. So just get that leftover screw again. So usually these little arrows here point to the prying spot, but I can't really see one. Oh. There we go. It was this one with the tweezers. We managed to pry it off and then pick it off like that. Hey ho, that's separated. Now let's disconnect this connector here with a plastic tool. Unscrew this little black screw just here. Remember those 2 connectors up the top, so that's connecting to those 2. We said we're going to leave them. We're still going to leave them. Don't be tempted to disconnect them. And then pry up on this guy from underneath just to separate it like that. And then what you can do is grab hold of this bottom bit and then just very carefully lift out these cables like that, and then the board will come with it. You don't have to take the front camera or any of the rear cameras out, and you see this all comes up as one just like that. Put it to one side, And then the next thing that we need to get out is this battery here. Batteries can be awkward to remove. I'm going to use some 99.9% isopropyl alcohol, and I've got it in this little dropper bottle, and I'm just adding a drip around all four edges of the battery, and then I'm going to allow it to soak in for a good 5 or so minutes whilst we get the new part ready. So the part that we're using for this repair is a genuine Samsung service pack part. When you get these, this is what they look like out of the packet, and it basically includes the LCD, which is this front display LCD and glass. It's got the frame, it's got the volume buttons, and it's got the ear speaker and loudspeaker at the bottom. What we didn't remove from the old one was the vibration motor, so we'll do that in a minute. And obviously the motherboard, cameras, battery, charging port are all not included with that, as well as the back cover and SIM tray, etc. So the idea of it is that you get everything that we've removed from this one, plus a couple of extra bits, the battery and the vibration motor, and we're going to put it into here and secure it down. It leaves a much better finish than the LCD only ones, which usually come pretty much from that little bezel there, all this bit, and you have to glue it down, and it makes it difficult. Don't scrimp out. They're usually a little bit more expensive, but it's 100 times more professional of a job. So like I said, we did need to get the vibration motor out of this one. These usually pop up from the bottom there. Yeah, we can just get the prying tool. I didn't expect it to pop out like that. And then stick it straight into our new housing or frame or chassis, whatever you want to call it. Stick it in there. It's still got the adhesive from the old one was still there, and it stuck it down perfectly fine. If it's not got the adhesive, then you can use a bit of double-sided tape to secure it down. Next, we have got the motherboard to put in. I'm going to remove these bits of tape or protective adhesives, get them out of the way. Don't forget the one up at the camera, it's easily forgotten. And then we can take our motherboard, subboard assembly, and I'm going to put the motherboard in first, drop that in there, and then I'm going to go for the subboard next, drop that in there. And then now that that's attached, then there's no reason why we don't attach that now, like that. And you can see, like, these cables, they're sort of the crux of the job. So if we remove that problem, then all we've got to do is tuck it away. Otherwise, you've got to mess around individually with each cable. If you disconnect them, reconnect 4 connectors that we didn't need to even undo. We'll not connect this guy yet, because obviously we've got the battery to go underneath there. But what we're going to do is get one of those small black screws, and we will re-secure the motherboard just there. And then we will go with the plastic spudger again. We've got the red cable, which sits at the bottom, and then the white cable sits on top. And then we're going to follow it all the way up the channel, making sure that it's secured all the way down. We'll come up to the top area now, and there was one black screw holding down the logic board up here. That's not actually sat down right. I don't know if you saw that, but it's just not quite right there. So I'm just going to take that out and make sure that there's not an obstruction or there's not something blocking it. And I think all it was, it hadn't sat quite right up this top corner here. So I'll reset it down. You've got to make sure that these things will fit together, and it's going to lead me to my next point. There are a few different versions of the Samsung A13. This one is at 137. There is a 135 and a 136, right? Usually you'll be able to tell by the different cable. This is a CSOT cable, so CSOT, it's upside down. But just so you know, if it doesn't fit, it's probably because you've got the wrong part. We really need that battery. So we're going to go back to the old housing frame, chassis, whatever you want to call it. And because we've left this soaking in isopropyl alcohol, I've not done any tricks or warmed it up or anything. I'm just going to use some of this plastic film. So it's some slightly rigid plastic clear film, and I'm just going to slide it underneath the battery now. So we need to find a suitable place where it will slide under it, and then we're going to sort of go in a cutting motion because we want to get underneath the adhesive. It's basically got double-sided tape underneath it, and we need to get underneath that. On other videos, you might have seen me use a suction cup, because this is uneven, we need to cut through the adhesive. Once it starts sliding underneath, you'll start noticing progress, and the alcohol will start getting further and further underneath the adhesive, and it should get easier the further you get into it. But it can admittedly be a bit awkward to get these out. I'm trying to avoid using the heat mat because, like, I know that most people who watch these videos, they don't have a heat mat at home, but they have just the basic DIY tools. So I'm trying not to use the professional equipment that's standing behind me. Because I've cut so far underneath it, I'm just going to pry it up a little bit just to get it moving a bit better using the plastic prying tool. Don't be tempted to use metal tools to pry batteries out. But eventually we're going to get it like that and it'll come out. So once that alcohol's dried, we need to get as much of this adhesive off as possible. So just use your thumb to rub the adhesive off and pull that adhesive off, just like that. So once you've rubbed all the adhesive off, you can put a bit of alcohol on it again, just to wipe off the remaining adhesive. And then to secure this down, I didn't manage to get hold of the genuine adhesive service pack part, so instead we will have to settle for our good old friend 10mm test tape. So we're just going to get a few strips of that, 3 to be exact. And because it's the 10mm wide stuff, there's plenty of adhesion and surface area. Peel off the backing sheet, and then we'll slap this battery in that phone. So we'll pull that cable back, drop that battery in, make sure that it connects. Yeah, that's all good. And then we want to reconnect the display connector, which is this one just here. I said display, the sub to main display connector, whatever you want to call it. The C-SOC cable, reconnect it, reconnect the battery. And then we can, of course, begin the final reassembly of the device, starting off with this plastic cover here. And I'll probably either fast forward the boring part of me reinstalling these screws. Maybe we could time lapse it. I don't know. You just make sure leaving me a comment if you're trying this repair at home. Yes, we needed to get that part in. I forgot to tell you to do something. I try and keep it so that you can work alongside at the same time as me. That's why I usually do this at 1x speed. So if it's boring watching me put some screws in, I apologise. The purpose of it is that you work along with me. That was my idea anyway. Just for the people getting upset about that. That's just where a little bit of white paint has changed a bit because of alcohol. We could put a dot on there, rub it a few times, and it's going to change. Look, it's not doing anything bad. Don't worry, guys. I've not broke anything. It's always a good idea when you've had some cameras exposed like this to get a little dust blower. Just blow them a couple of times. We'll do it again before I put the actual little plastic cover on them. So we'll get this guy on there. You know, I don't know what's been spilt on this phone actually, but there's definitely some gack on here. Let's get a cotton bud with a little bit of alcohol. And I don't know if you can see it. You can probably see it better on camera than I can in IRL. And I'm just going to clean up whatever this gack is. I don't know if it's coffee. Get all there. And I think it's stained it bad. I'm all for above and beyond, but I'm not spending 3 hours cleaning coffee out of my man's. Look, it's gone brown. Disgusting. Right, that's enough. Let's get it re-secured. So we've got 6. I think there's eight more crosshead screws that need to go in. Now, I know what you're thinking. Just bloody fast forward, mate. All right, I will. Just make sure that you don't forget any screws. These are all the same size. There's only the 2 different sizes. The black ones will go in there and the black one goes in under here. And then, like I said before, we'll blow a little bit more dust off those cameras. Same on the inside of this lens. You don't want dust getting in there, so blow that. What we need to do at this point is line these guys up, look. Side by side, grab hold of this little cable, fold it over, line it up, and then reconnect the power button or fingerprint sensor. Now, this is interesting because I just told you to make sure that all the screws are in, but look at that. Silly old me making silly old mistakes because I'm rushing before I go and get some lunch. Anyway, plastic cover back on. Then we're just going to fold this guy straight over. Watch. Fold it. With that down like that, you can just push on the back, give it a little squeeze, re-clip everything back together, and now we can press the power button. It should turn on. There's probably no power in this phone. Oh no, we got a Samsung logo. That's always good news. And then don't forget, of course, to reinstall the SIM tray. That's it. Job done. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.